It is such a privilege to speak to you again from Raising Dreamers. This is Morning Reflections. We've been in Philippians every day this week, and we're here again in Philippians 3, verse 1. Very short verse, but it's got a lot in it. It says, "Finally, my brethren, rejoice in the Lord." Rejoice in the Lord. And you know what? The same day I read that, I read from a book that I like by Charles Spurgeon, a devotional book. And in that devotion that day, the same day I read this, I learned not only that that we are to rejoice in the Lord, but that He rejoices in us. Listen to what he says in Zephaniah 3:17. "The Lord your God is in your midst, a victorious warrior. He will exult over you with joy. He will be quiet in his love. He will rejoice over you with shouts of joy." There's no other way to interpret that except God delights in his people. He delights in those he loves, and he loves you. And he loves me. He not only delights, he rejoices in us. And I know we love because he first loved us. He loved us. He rejoiced in us. He delighted in us to the point that he died for us. So what have we got? What kind of response can we do except rejoice in him? And that's what Paul is saying here. "Finally, my brethren, rejoice in the Lord." So I had to ask myself, what do I rejoice in? Do I rejoice in the Lord? I usually rejoice. A lot of that has to do with what I'm thinking about, what I have to do, what's before me. There's nothing wrong with rejoicing in the good things he's given you and the blessings, but just don't forget the giver. Don't forget the creator, and please don't rejoice more in the created than in the creator. Do rejoice in the Lord.